Hey guys, what's up? So today we are going to be doing the long trip achievement, which is a regular nightmare achievement, and our goal is to kill her without using any prayer points. So rather than prayer flicking or anything, we're just going to be basically max tanking this whole thing. I don't think everyone here has Just Eat, but we're just going to brew through everything. We're just going to heal through it all. And you can see right there, I'm bringing, what is that, 13 brews and 6 restores. And that'll be more than enough to beat this achievement. We have 3 Justy tanks. One of our guys is going to be using full Inquisitors, and I think the other is Torva or something. I don't remember. We'll see. But really, what we're doing is we're just going to tank through the entire thing and heal as necessary, and it'll end up being easy. There's nothing really special we have to do with this other than nuke down the boss and stay alive. So here we go. We got 5 of us. Yeah, it looks like that 5th guy, right? He's only wearing bandos, so you don't even need super great gear. The Justy's gonna help, but all of us are gonna make it through this alive, and we'll clutch out this achievement. So what we're doing right now is we're kind of calling out, which pillar we're gonna take and which what's it called, the sleepwalker we're gonna kill. And that's just to make the mage phase go a little bit smoother. But as you can see, we can prayer flick if you want. I am doing a little bit of one tick prayer flicking. But you don't even have to do that. We have more than enough supplies with what our inventory was, and that was 13 brews and 6 restores, along with that mage swap. So you can help kill everyone's husks for this phase 1, or you can just really nuke down the boss, continue on. You don't want the fight to last forever, especially you can see our main tank over there. He is taking some pretty big hits, especially from those melees. It's really the melees and the magics that are going to be doing the most damage to us. So if you're feeling risky, if you want to do a little bit of one-tick flicking, that's fine. It's not an issue, but if anyone loses a prayer point, everybody fails the achievement. So we're approaching the mage phase here, and we will use a few more supplies during the mage phase, just because our defense is lower. But if you have the Sing, it'll give you a little bit of that passive healing as well, right? So during mage phase, because those pillars have 0 mage defense, now is a good time to start brewing or topping ourselves off, or you can wait until the transition phase with the sleepwalkers. But you can see we just beat phase 1 of the nightmare. We're going into phase 2, and we barely use like any supplies, right? We've used like not even 1 full brew. So this is not a hard achievement. You probably don't even need the full set of 5 people. But we did it. Everyone here needed the achievement. I was just here to help out. And we're just gonna get it done, boys. Right? So the mechanics are all the same. It's just a regular nightmare fight. You're not gonna be surprised by any weird special attacks. It's all pretty standard, pretty normal. You probably see maybe 1 to 2 special attacks per phase if you got all 5 people just kind of nuking her down. But you can see none of us are really in max gear. Really, the one guy right next to me, he's got the Inquisitors with the Scythe. He's probably doing the most damage. But even with Justy, right? The one guy's using an Ellie up there, and main tank is using an Ellie. Even with Justy, or Bandos, or, what is that, the Bludgeon, right? We can beat this achievement, no problem. So we don't want that Parasite to heal a lot, so do take down the Parasite. Everyone should be ganging up on the Parasite when it spawns. But that's just because this is the longest phase, just because of the healing, just because of the Parasite. And we probably will be using the most amount of supplies during this phase. So don't get too low, right? Drink your brew as necessary, stay topped off. But I can kind of point out, I didn't even bring any super combats. You don't necessarily need to bring super combat potions to this achievement, because you will be brewing so much, right? Like, you're always going to be brewing down those combat boosts. So here we go, we're going into Mage Phase 2, and we'll be doing the same thing. Everyone kind of has their own pillar. Because it's 5 people, we do have a floater, but he can just help us do DPS on whichever pillar is kind of going down slow. But we're actually going to be approaching Phase 3 here, which is the third and final phase. And as long as we can take her down without dying, we're going to get that achievement. So again, we're in that transition phase. We can clean up the parasites, top ourselves back off, get our stats back up, and third phase is always the easiest of the nightmare phases. It goes the quickest because there are no ads, and there's no really fancy techniques about the third phase of this boss. One thing to note is standing next to the mushrooms will not fail the achievement on this run. You can see I got hit by one right now. I am yawning, but your prayer will only be drained during the Fasani's nightmare kill. So being hit by those mushrooms in just a normal fight, it doesn't really affect anything. It won't make you fail. So really at this point, you just want to use your supplies as necessary, get your special attacks off, stay full HP, and worry about just beating the boss. So she's about to enter her third and final mage phase, and oh, it looks like that guy wanted to prayer flick. But yeah, as long as you're good on supplies, we got what? How many do we got? We got 8 or 9 brews left. As long as you're good at supplies at this point in the fight, don't be risky. Don't bother doing one-tick flicking. The reset just isn't worth it. Just take her down, finish up that mage phase, keep yourselves topped off as necessary, and we'll get that nice big achievement. Alright, so here we go. We're entering the very final part of the fight, which is just these 4 pillars, and we have plenty of supplies left over. Not a big deal. Very easy combat achievement to just finish up. So as soon as these pillars drop, we're going to get our combat achievement, and we are done here, boys. What do we got? 1 more pillar left, 2 more pillars, and she's down. Combat achievement complete. We weren't even stressing on supplies. Went really smooth. Really easy. So that's it, guys. That's the long trip achievement. Grats to the boys. They did a great job. Everyone did a great job. And other than a prayer flicking mess up that happened on our previous attempt, we beat this on our second attempt. And it was really just because of risky prayer flicking. So it's totally not worth it to be doing that prayer flicking. Just nuke her down. But yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned how to do this achievement, and good luck giving it a go, boys. You can do it.